back to Expresso.
आपको मालूम है कि एक्सप्रेसो को एक एजाज़ हासिल है कि हम अपने सेगमेंट फ्लैग्स के जरिए आपकी मुलाकात दुनिया भर के सुफरा से जो पाकिस्तान के अंदर खिदमत सर अंजाम दे रहे हैं न सिर्फ उनसे वन ऑन वन मुलाकात करवाते हैं बल्कि मुख्तलिफ ममालिक का कल्चर उनके पाकिस्तान के साथ ताल्लुकात के हवाले से भी आपको आगाह करते हैं और ये एजाज़ सिर्फ एक्सप्रेसो ही के पास है। आज हमने उससे भी मुनफरिद कुछ कर लिया और उससे भी कहना चाहिए कि एक कदम आगे हम चले गए। आज हम स्टूडियोज़ के अंदर एक ऐसी शख्सियत के साथ मौजूद हैं जिनके साथ हम उनके मुल्क के हवाले से पाकिस्तान के ताल्लुकात की बात करेंगे और एक्सप्रेसो में उनका तारुफ भी आपसे कराएंगे। नन अदर देन इंडोनेशियन सफ़ीर एडम टोगियो हमारे साथ आज स्टूडियोज़ के अंदर मौजूद हैं और आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक हिज एक्सीलेंसी कि उन्होंने टाइम निकाला दैट यू केम हेयर और हमें ये ऑनर दिया कि हम आज स्टूडियोज़ के अंदर लाहौर में उनको न सिर्फ वेलकम करें बल्कि उनके साथ एक जो नशिस्त है वो गुफ्तगू की भी करें। सो फॉर्मल वेलकम हिज एक्सीलेंसी मिस्टर एडम टोगियो। Thank you for joining us.
How are you doing so far?
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, first of all, I would like to express our appreciation for inviting me to join in this
Pleasure is all.
TV shows. I really, enjoy my staying in Pakistan, meeting with lovely people and also Pakistani people who are very approachable, very friendly and warm.
So we call Lahore as a heart of the country, heart of Pakistan. How are you enjoying your trip in Lahore?
I think Lahore is very vibrant, the dynamic, and look at, for instance, the best high learning educations. Most of them are located in Lahore. So yesterday I met with Dean Vice Chancellors in Lahore College of Women's Universities, and I see. Once again, Lahore, especially, the women's university, it is pioneering in promoting the women empowerment in Pakistan. So I think, in addition to those, Lahore Punjab University is also the oldest ones, is located in.
So you try to learn a bit of Punjabi in Punjab University?
You're right. That's my program, trying to, once again, to make a closer building bridge between the peoples of Pakistan and peoples of Indonesia.
Lovely. How many places you have visited in Pakistan and which place you like the most?
I visited Lahore twice. I think it's because of a very interesting and dynamic of Lahore and the surrounding area of Islamabad, like Muri. There's a lot of nice mountainous area close to the Islamabad. So I really enjoyed, living in Pakistan because, to my surprise, Pakistan's Islamabad is very green.
Yes.
You see the Fatima Jinnah Park, which is in terms of the size is comparable with Hyde Park, London, or even Central Park of New York. I was living in those two states in London and New York, so I was quite surprised to see.
A bit relate with the...
Yeah.
Right. I would like to, know about this specific fact that your country is the largest one in the world that has most of the islands. And, that is the reason that most of the, tourists used to visit your country. And this is a big source of revenue as well. Pakistan is just focusing on tourism nowadays. And Pakistan so wants to, develop its tourism, whether it's based on seas and islands and mountains and all. So what benefit can Pakistan have with the experience of Indonesia in the field of tourism?
Well, this is very interesting questions. I think the fact that the tourist industries contribute a lot for the economy, not only Indonesia, the Indonesians, prior to the COVID, the tourist sectors contribute, I guess, close to 10% of GDP. And the government then realizing this potential for the economic developments put a lot of effort to try to promote tourist sector. And I think the Prime Minister's Imran Khan also put a lot of energies in trying to revive the economy through tourist sectors. This is some things that we see from the improvement of the infrastructure.
So you felt that change on the government level in Pakistan?
Yeah, and I remember two months ago, the government in Pakistan, they opened a route for train connecting Islamabad to one of the, in the northern part, tourist destinations, which is very interesting because nowadays people are easily to go to the northern part using a train. So I think the tourist sector is very important, and the governments of Pakistan making a lot of effort in the way on the right track in trying to revive the economy based on the tourist industries. But we all all aware because of the COVID, and certainly we need to put a break for the time
Yeah,
being.
things have changed a lot due to COVID.
Yeah, due to the COVID, there's a lot of change. But I think the government in Indonesia, like many other countries, also preparing the new normal situations by, improving the SOP, the protocol, health protocols, in trying to, welcome once again the tourists. So I think this is something that need to be introduced also.
So, Excellency, you have served in different countries, and you must be having the vast experience to serve. But what difference you find in Pakistani nation and the people of Pakistan and Pakistan, being in this country? What was the difference that actually made you feel different than of other countries in Pakistan?
The very dynamic young societies and very technology savvy. This the youth of Pakistan is what I learned. You look at the Twitter, you look at the Facebook, even the TikToks nowadays. People, the youth, the X-Z millennial in Pakistan, they are active engaging using the social media. So I think this is something that quite the same sort of with Indonesia, because I think the two countries also have the demographic dividends in terms of the youth population. So they are very active, very dynamic, and they are very creative. So this is something that I learned from Pakistani.
That's
Okay,
great.
perfect.
That's great.
If we talk about your role as an ambassador, your embassy has been supported e-businesses in Pakistan. How's the response so far?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, the response is quite positive. Yesterday we just launched the platform for business to B2B platform, allowing the business community to interact, because nowadays I understand because of the COVID, less interactions, less travel.
Okay.
So the embassies, not only Indonesia, I guess all the embassies are required to find a creative way trying to promote, to continue promoting the economic sectors. And I think one very interesting note in terms of the bilateral trade, despite of the COVID situation last year, we also see the increasing trade in terms of values. 2.5 billion US dollars is quite significant. But I think when we look at into more detail, we see that we need to diversify, the export-import trade, and this is something that I'm working, try also to introduce more goods from Indonesia. Likewise, also introducing more food, more product from Pakistan to Indonesia. Oh, by the way, quinoas and mangoes also very popular.
Kiwis and mangoes, okay.
Yeah, they're so delicious. Okay,
Delicious.
so His Excellency, I would also like to have your opinion about Islamophobia. Prime Minister Imran Khan has been quite vocal about Islamophobia, and obviously this is one of the issues that world is facing nowadays, and especially Islam and Muslims are facing throughout the world. So what is your take on it? The way it is being taken up by the leadership, particularly by the Prime Minister Imran Khan, how you see it?
I think the Islamic countries through OICs are working very hard also, joining the Pakistani idea, because I think Pakistan was proposing in the UNGA, if I'm mistaken, 2 years ago, Prime Minister Imran Khan proposing to dedicate 1 day in a year to once again reminding the international community about the Islamophobia. And I think the OICs also are working hard in trying once again to raise the awareness of the international community. And I think for that reasons, I think it is a must for the international communities to work together once again, involving the religious leaders also, because I think religious leaders play important roles because they have a lot of huge followers. Once we can convince the religious leader, then it is easy. The message can go through to the followers. So the interfaith leaders is very important. And the second important element also, which is of equal importance, also the journalists, involving the journalists also in the dialogue. Because I think journalists also play important role, sensitizing the issues.
Sensitizing,
because I think journalists, you have most powerful weapon
It's like
Pen.
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 Yeah.
Friends. So I think involving journalists in discussions on this issue is very important.
I would like to ask you a small question about Kashmir. If we talk about Indian occupied Kashmir, Kashmiris are suffering a lot for their basic human rights in Kashmir, Indian occupied Kashmir. How do you see the struggle of Kashmiris, and what kind of steps should be taken by the international forums regarding these issues having in Kashmir?
Well, we continue to believe that the Pakistanis and Indians should discuss this issue, the Kashmir issue. I think we are, both two countries are good friends of Indonesia, and we continue to believe that no military solutions can solve any issues of global affairs. So with that, then certainly India and Pakistan need to sit together in trying to find
dialogue is the
Okay, so in the end, do you know any word, any line? Because I really feel glad when somebody speaks in our national language, and most of the ambassadors used to know somehow one line or two. So can you speak a
single
bit,
word
a
maybe.
line, any, if you have learned? This is just a test of yours, Excellency.
Indonesia and Pakistan Zindabad.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
That's
Thank you
amazing.
so much for joining us. It's such an honor to have you on our show, and I hope both the countries will work together for the betterment of this region, basically. And it's an honor to have you on
And
the show.
just don't
Thank you.
forget to have some delicious food in Lahore, the street
yes.
food in particular.
Do try nihari and biryani.
Nihari and biryani.
Thank you
You
so
might have tried. So thank you so much. once
Thank you so very much.
His
also for
Excellency
inviting
Mr.
me.
Adam Tugyu, the ambassador of Indonesia, हमारे मेहमान थे और आपने इनकी गुफ्तगू भी सुनी। पाकिस्तान और इंडोनेशिया के ताल्लुकात के हवाले से उन्होंने कहा कि दोनों ममालिक दोस्त ममालिक हैं और दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ मिलकर ताल्लुक पे यकीन रखते हैं। उसके साथ साथ इन्होंने ई बिजनेस की मार्केट के अंदर एक बहुत बड़े पोटेंशियल का भी जिक्र किया जिसपे दोनों ममालिक काम कर सकते हैं। विद दैट टूरिज्म में पाकिस्तान इंडोनेशिया से किस तरीके से सीख सकता है उसके बारे में भी एक्सेलेंसी ने डिटेल्स में बात की। आई होप आपको हमारा ये इंटरेस्टिंग सरप्राइज पसंद आया होगा और हम ऐसे सरप्राइज इंशाल्लाह आपको एक्सप्रेसो में देते हैं।
और हमें बहुत मज़ा आता है जब भी हम एम्बेसडर से बात करते हैं, क्योंकि वो अपने और हमारे कल्चर के हवाले से कुछ सिमिलैरिटीज़ को डिस्कस करते हैं। तो आज इंडोनेशियन एम्बेसडर हमारे साथ मौजूद थे। इसी नोट पर हम एक ब्रेक लेंगे, ब्रेक के बाद हाजिर होंगे। आप देखते रहिए एक्सप्रेसो।